Got a low-end PC but still want awesome games? We have 10 that don't require a brand new setup. Not all of us are lucky enough to be decked out with the latest tech. But that doesn't mean we can't play a huge array of amazing games. We rounded up 10 titles that cover everything from indie works of art to addictive platformers and beloved open-world classics. You won't need an uber-powerful graphics card for these to look good, and everything can be run on a dual-core processor. We've even included the recommended specs for everything in the description, so you can check them out before committing to a new game. And before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this, which are all watchable no matter your PC. And hit the notification bell so you never miss when another upload lands. So here are 10 games that won't make a low-end PC cry. Into the Breach is a sci-fi game of chess where buildings, lives, and entire timelines are at stake. So about as important as a regular board game then. It's a future where aliens are destroying the world and only your rigorous organization of powerful mechs can save everyone. You place each one on the field and then start planning, calculating each move to make sure everyone makes it out alive. You can see what the aliens' evil schemes are, but it still doesn't stop you from letting the occasional building, or three, fall as a rogue bug slips through your defenses. But it's not as complicated as it sounds for your brain or your computer. The simplistic block presentation is still enough to transport you into the world, but it also means that your fan won't sound like a futuristic helicopter taking off as it tries. Leave that to the mechs. Even without a swanky new graphics card, you'll still be able to get a shot at on actually good-looking, white sandy beaches in Far Cry 3. It may not be everyone's idea of a dream holiday, but once you're let loose in the vast open world, gun in hand and the story to uncover, it'll start to feel like the best vacation you've ever been on. Forget Aperol spritzers by the pool. Here you fight off the local fauna to survive, collect precious resources for crafting, and face off against well-trained outposts of tropical goons. Far Cry's AI makes each fight a challenge, with careful planning providing you with a better chance for survival than going in guns blazing, which you can absolutely do if you want to. There are plenty of aforementioned guns to keep you busy. Unfortunately, that's not always going to keep you safe. No. Nice kitty. Please don't eat me. It turns out that sea shanties aren't just for those with enough PC fans to keep an iceberg cool in the desert. Assassin's Creed Black Flag will free run quite happily on older graphics cards. You'll just have to forego the fidelity of some of those Caribbean sea views. And best of all, Edward Kenway's ocean-going activities remain one of the series' highlights regardless. It's an intoxicating world of tropical islands, rum-scented cities, and more pirates that you can shake a hooked hand at. Whether you're ignoring land altogether and immersing yourself in thigh-slapping adventure of endless cannonballs and dual-wielded pistols, or clambering across cities and diving into hay piles, Black Flag is a classic open world that's still worth exploring today. Oh, and if you somehow manage to run out of ships to smash and trees to climb, you can always go further back in time and load up the entire Ezio trilogy, which will also happily run on a slightly older system. Who needs Origins or Odyssey, eh?
Walk with us, Kenway. There's trouble brewing.
If you were worried whether your PC is healthy enough for the 2-point hospital checkup, fret not. There's no need to sell a kidney for an upgrade just yet. While you're not going to be able to play on the higher settings, this medical sim thankfully isn't too taxing on the old ticker. By ticker, I of course mean graphics card. I'll stop with the medical comparisons now, but if you find this particularly, well, humorous, then the comedy of 2-point hospital will be just what the doctor ordered.
Could patients please use the toilets provided?
Patients suffering from mock star, lightheadedness, and chest infections all line up to be cured here, and the quest for those perfect 3-star hospitals is simply irresistible. Whether you're obsessed with pushing down wait times or just the perfect positioning of benches and snack machines, 2 Point Hospital and all of its reinvigorating DLCs are a tonic for PCs old and new.
Patients found abusing hospital facilities will henceforth be considered organ donors.
Don't Starve is a 2D game, so it won't be putting a huge strain on your graphics card, but that doesn't stop it being one of the most striking options on this list. The creepy illustrations are straight from a cursed children's book, making running around the scratchy world a delight in itself. The aim of the game is simple, right? Don't starve. It's right there in the name. And while survival is the aim, there's more than one way to live. You go from desperately searching for berries to stave off hunger to flourishing farms with plentiful crops. And there's a whole lot more going on behind the gothic scenes too. Wilson, or whichever of the unique characters you pick, is trying to unravel the mysteries of the world and hopefully get out alive. Whether it involves picking up strange objects, meeting new creatures, or walking through evil portals. None of which, if I'm honest, sound conducive to a lengthy lifespan. Don't let an old PC get you down. Once the apocalypse starts, you'll be glad of the old tech. Just take the stuff and fall out. It's been decades since the last Windows update, and you don't see them complaining.
What can I do for you today?
They're probably distracted by the giant scorpions. Anyway, your PC is probably a bit better than Fallout's rusty tech. But even if it isn't that far off, it can probably still run the desolate, distracting open world of New Vegas. And by distracting, I mean you'll have to deal with Mad Max-style gangs, mutant monstrosities, and delightful dangers of the Vegas Strip. There are friends to make along the way, factions to join or betray.
What in the goddamn?
And a wasteland of enemies just waiting for slow-mo, vault-assisted obliteration. No one said the apocalypse was going to be easy, but it sure seems to be fun.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm a PDQ-88B Securitron, but you can call me Yes Man.
If you love punishing platforming, but not punishing your PC, then Celeste is the perfect low-end option for some seriously difficult mountain climbing. As determined Madeline, you have to slip and jump your way past a snowy backdrop, navigating increasingly difficult levels that call for pixel-perfect precision movements. But it's not just hard for the sake of it. The stern challenge is part of the joy of Celeste, and once you master a move to reach the next section, all the dashing and death feels worth it. It's pretty in a way that won't set your graphics card on fire, but it has depth too. There's an emotional story here that will have you battling inner demons and coming out the other side stronger. The tears are fine. Just keep squinting through them, and you'll reach the top of Celeste. A simple solution if you want to upgrade your PC is to just make a new one in Sims 4. Luckily, it takes less processing power than you'd think to run a parallel life, where you eat regular meals, go to bed on time, and actually take part in hobbies, all with the amazing tech you want.
Ooh.
But it doesn't stop there. Sims isn't just about living the life you want, but living other people's lives, fulfilling your wildest fantasies, or creating your work colleagues and tormenting them with clown paintings. It's up to you. Although piling on the expansion packs may slow things down, the base game has generations worth of things to do that won't cause your computer to erupt into flames. So get out there, bring your Sims to life, shape their futures, and lock them in swimming pools with no hope of escape. Hey, we've all done it. If you liked the aesthetics of Don't Starve but want your games with a little more horror, then Darkest Dungeon is your creepier, less friendly companion. Unlike a regular RPG, it's not just your health you'll be keeping an eye out for, but all the stresses of plowing through wave after wave of eldritch horrors as well. Disease and famine could be around any corner, and your adventurer's sanity will be constantly dipping as the dark creeps ever closer.
A dizzying blow to body and brain.
You need to manage each character carefully, recruiting and training everything from plague doctors to grave robbers, highwaymen and jesters. As you get attached to some though, you may end up sacrificing others however. When you do defeat monsters or find treasures, the echoing voice of a narrator laments a reminder of doom and peril.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
But the shining light at the end of the warren is that you won't need to lose your sanity buying a new PC to play it. Save that for the adventurers.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Remember when you used to argue with your parents and you'd run away by jumping out your bedroom window? Well, Hades by Supergiant Games is exactly like that, but with more gods, skulls, and pools of blood. Despite artwork that makes you want to hammer print screen every few seconds, it won't take a swanky new graphics card to enjoy Hades to the fullest. And it doesn't just look great. There's a massively satisfying gameplay loop here as you push forward, unlock upgrades, and smash your way through room after room of lavish decorations and monsters. Yes, the monsters are so nice, I'm calling them lavish. It also doubles up as an ancient history lesson, with various confusingly handsome versions of Greek gods popping up to share blessings and annoy your controlling dad.
Greetings there, young man. Look, your father's always been rather difficult, and he's not so much as called in quite some time.
You can even console yourself by petting Cerberus if and when it all goes wrong. One of the heads likes me, at least.
Here, boy. Just as long as one of your three heads enjoys these pets.
So, those were 10 games you can play even without the latest tech. Let us know in the comments games you enjoy that won't send your fan into overdrive, and give us a like if you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos all about gaming, and if you do already subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss when our uploads land.